What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy. 800 the Stizzles, man. God, man, form. And the Prophet de Jour. You know how I do. Welcome. If you popping off with me. Man, I hope you know what I'm saying. I hope everybody doing all right out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the time, especially for this show. This episode, you know what I'm saying, this is my weekly episode about love, you know what I'm saying, about relationships, about um, 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 togetherness, you know what I'm saying, and trying to find a commonality for all of us, as at least as humans, to get together, you know, and especially I tag in on relationships in particular, you know, with you know um, serious relationships. So, you know, good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. All I do is just give a little bit of suggestions that I've known over my time, that I've come across with, because it can't nobody write the right book. I mean, people can write books about things like this, but can't nobody write the right book, because every situation, every person is a snowflake. So if every person is a snowflake, when two people get together, you know, those two snowflakes are trying to blend together, you know, their differences. And all I'm doing is, you know, trying to give y'all some love and some suggestions on love, and if they work for you. And I was thinking about this a little bit ago, you know, because how I come with the show. Um, what I've come to understand is, man, I mean, honestly, you know, if I was listening to it as a single person, I'd be like, what the fuck this dude talking about too? Sometimes, you know what I mean? Or single ladies be like, oh, here you go, listen to him, you know. What did he talk about? You know, I get it. I get it. You people that want to be single, said, but people that want to be in relationships and really are in relationships, and have been in relationships for a long time. Them the ones that probably like think about it. You know what I'm saying? Some might be like, oh wow, he might be talking some crazy stuff, but it makes a little bit of sense. You know what I mean? Or I always be like, man, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? You giving all the game, you know, to the ladies. Don't be trying to have them get us. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? On some real stuff. But these are just gems that I'm dropping to everybody, man. Things that I'm just talking, experiences that I've gone through, um, and love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I speak that language very well. I speak that language very well. So there's nothing wrong with me on that one. And that's why I'm coming to you guys, man. Hope y'all having a good one, man. It's cold in Minnesota, bro. Bro. It's cold in Minnesota, man. It's about to be negative 20. It's gonna be negative 20, and feel like negative 40. Only, I mean, it's got to be other places, but the only places I have lived is like Minnesota that do some shit like that, where it be negative 20 what it is, and negative 40 what it feel like. You know what I'm saying? Only Minnesota. So it's gonna be cold, man. Protect yourselves, man. Be smart. I mean, don't go out if you ain't got to. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of stupid when I say that, because I'm trying to make sure our basketball game is still on. So I'm like, you know what I mean? But on some real, it's very dangerous out there as far as weather wise. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, move with precaution out there. Like I said, don't move if you ain't got to move. Chill, man, in the crib. But much love to my Minnesota people. And actually, no. I don't even have to only give love out to my Minnesota people, because it's like it's currently worldwide, man. Right now, like it's a lot of bad cold weather coming in a lot of places, high levels in a lot of places that haven't had it like that. So, um, hell's freezing over. As I was speaking with my homie always about, I was like, man, hell, especially when I was talking about all the sports and flipping of all the teams that have winning that have never won in that sport, you know, and to roll over to what's going on, especially in Minnesota right now. What's going on in Minnesota is crazy. Hell is freezing over, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, these are jewels, man. That's like something I just said right there, man. If you can't catch on to that and peep what it's saying, man, and peep what's going on in the world today, um, man, this is on you, man. You know what I'm saying? If you hear what I'm saying, blessings, man. If you don't, pass that shit on, man. Because somebody might need this shit, man. Somebody might need these jewels. Because I seen a thing, man, for real. I seen a thing over in like Russia somewhere. It's talking about they buildings is covered, like apartment buildings is covered. It got snow all the way up to the apartment building, top of the apartment building. So that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? When I say hell freezing over, man, listen to what I'm saying when I drop my jewels. Going to be coming at you guys with a new episode, a new series. I'm gonna be partnering up with my guy over at Apple Valley, Coach T. We're gonna get together, man. We're gonna make some ideas, man. We can politicking, man. We're gonna come at you guys, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna come at you on a rush. That's why I'm kind of you know what I'm saying, like, you know, giving you a little, you know, teaser on it, you know what I'm saying? Just a teaser, but we got something cooking for you. And we're gonna move pretty fast with that. So be on the lookout for that, which is dope. You know, and the thing about it is what I always, this video medium, man, is crazy. This video medium is endless, and it's, you know, I spoke about this once before. I mean, you took look at the way that Trump got his hands involved in it quick. You see how Trump made a mandate to be involved in this social media shit. That motherfucker straight up told dude, you need to put your bring me in, shut your shit down for a day so my people can come in and infiltrate everybody's accounts. And then he said, bet, here's the richest man in the world. Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be smart about this stuff. And one thing about it is that free speech is a motherfucker. Free speech is a motherfucker. The one thing you guys got to be knowledgeable about it is that the Constitution was one page. Fucking, you can go see the motherfucker. You can go see it. You can go see the motherfucking Constitution. It's one motherfucking page. How that motherfucker a book now? How the fuck the Constitution a book? The motherfucker's one page. I can go to the museum right now, and I can go walk in the motherfucking museum. What time is it? 2? No, okay, tomorrow morning. If the hell ain't froze that motherfucker over like 2012, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I can go to that motherfucker tomorrow and go look at it in closing glass and be like, boom, it's one motherfucking piece of paper. How the fuck is it a book now? Because that's what I'm trying to give y'all the jewels on. That's the shit to watch out about. These motherfuckers is in law rooms, courtrooms right now, talking about laws to add to the Constitution, change it, amendments, because they can't take away what the original is. So as long as we understand that, those are our laws. Those are the laws. They can never make a rule about all that bullshit with the police coming in and changing it and be like, oh, well, no, we actually killed him because he moved his hand to the right. Oh, it says in there, no, it says in the Constitution you can't do that, period. I don't give a fuck about what his hand was doing. It says in the Constitution you can't do that. It's a one page. I go see that motherfucker right now. There ain't no more pages with it. It's one fucking page. And the nigga name's on the back. No, I'm sorry. The names is on the bottom. On the same page. It's one page, player. How's it a book? You can let them motherfuckers put amendments on y'all want to. I know them motherfuckers. Them my laws. You can't. Every amendment tries to change that law. Every amendment tries to change that law. Nah, you gave me that shit. You gave me those rights. And make sure, because right now, you see why I'm talking this crazy shit, because it sounds crazy, don't it? But it don't sound crazy over there on 36 in Chicago. It don't sound crazy on 38 in motherfucking Chicago. Do it. Nigga like me talk crazy, man. The prophet, boy. I told y'all, I tried to get you smart for this shit. I tried to educate my people. I tried to show y'all love. I tried to show y'all how to blend and become a village because of what's about to happen. Now they picking us apart one by one. One area by one area. But we got to understand that one page. That one page. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. But one thing I do love right now is the way that you know, them people. You know what I'm saying? I love the booth. One thing I love about the people, man, they make stupid moves. They make stupid moves. So, you know what I mean? Just enough stupid moves. They're gonna push the wrong button and go to the wrong area. Shit ain't gonna be right. I know. I'm from this motherfucker. I'm from Minnesota. I claim to everywhere I went to in the world. Everywhere over the world, I always represented my city. Straight to the fact. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. So I know how my people can get down. You know what I mean? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, educate y'all on why they came to Minneapolis, Minnesota, any motherfucking city in this motherfucking country. And everybody know we from Minnesota. We pop off. We know. We always pay respects to New York. We always pay respects to LA. We pay respects to the South. We pay respects to everybody because we know, boom. But shit, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted in the Midwest. And Minneapolis is a place that was never really the only people that was putting us on. Matter of fact, my bad. I'm gonna trip off on y'all for a little bit. You know how I do on my affirmations. Matter of fact, Prince saved my life. Prince saved my life in Cali. He saved my life. I was somewhere. These dudes, because I'm in Cali, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm blowing the Cali drone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm somewhere. Dude was like, yeah, man, we're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? My guy house and blow this draw. I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So we started rolling. I'm like, man, dude's a little twitchy. So we get to the crib. Dude, you know what I'm saying? It's like dude in there, another dude in there. So I'm like, first of all, I roll somewhere. If I roll anywhere, it's the ratio of dude to girls ain't cracking. Hey, I ain't trying to be there. That's me, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. If the ratio of dude girls is off, I ain't trying to be there, right? So, hey, I'm like, yo, okay, yeah, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? Dude was like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Who you with? I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm new here, man. I'm from Minnesota, man. He's like, Minnesota? You know Minnesota? I was like, yeah. He's like, you know, Prince? But yeah, man, I grew up over there off of Newton. I used to live off of Newton, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. He was like, oh, for real, man, you dope, man. All right, man, yeah. So we grabbed dude and took him to the back. And then I was like, yo, out. I went to the whip and I was out, you know what I'm saying? But Prince saved my life. The dude had to rethink things real quick when he heard I was on Prince. You know what I'm saying? So Minnesota, we got some love. We always been under the scene. And about 6 years ago when I started telling Minnesota people and started doing these videos about Minnesota and talking about how Minneapolis and Minnesota is pretty much a mecca, growing into a mecca, a place that people want to make things happen on a larger scale. I'm just giving a heads up about it, you know what I'm saying? And now it's come to fruition, man. And then this is what happened this is the type of things that happen when you're a city like that. When you're when you're I got a good word. When your grassroots are strong like that, that's when they come in because they have to try to break you. They have to try to break. There's no way that you guys can get on the same level and join forces. There's no way that your suburb people can click with your city people moving out, and there's no way that your city people can handle the suburb people moving back into the city. And the blending is happening, and it's been weird. I've talked about before, driving over South Minneapolis, and you got like Portland's only 2 lanes. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? One way, both 2 lanes, 1 lane going both either way. It's odd, you know what I'm saying? But it's more convenient roundabouts in the city. But that's what it is, right? And then the people coming out to the suburbs, um, I'm just gonna dwell with me for a little bit while I run on this. And the people from the suburbs are getting an influx of city people moving out. You know what I'm saying? So things are starting to speed up a little bit, become a little faster out there in the suburbs. The fast food chain starts to sprout hugely in in that area, especially like I tell you, I'm biased about my Apple Valley people. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean, and that growth is working, and that's the point about it. You're gonna have growth like that, but a lot of times some growth doesn't work like that, where people in different races blend. And I think it's actually starting to happen in a place like Minnesota, and that's the problem because when you can have separation, I was talking about this before on my show about saying like in Cali, the people above the 405 didn't know the people below the 405, and in Minnesota it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we're blending. I mean, you look at all the high yellow people. Me and Rob, we used to coach our team, and we had like out of the 10 kids we had on the team, you know what I'm saying? Like 6, 7 of them was light skinned, you know what I mean? We used to like team light skin. And in a sense, that's the type of culture that Minnesota has, and it's scary for a government because if the cultures are mixing like that, if you think about it, I mean, you go to somebody's house for a holiday, you know what I'm saying, or your friend or your girlfriend's house, it's a different culture. And then you bring your culture to them, and then they're mixing, and then now they're getting to learn this culture. And we do that a lot over in Minnesota. So why wouldn't you think that a government will want to come in and take a place like this, especially because a place like this has a name? You know, Prince. that's the thing. That's the dude. Prince, hey, the night Prince saved my life, man. Hey, but I'm trying to tell you, Prince put us on, man, and Team Light Skin. Prince is Team Light Skin. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's and man, the dude was just like him and Michael, man. They support when you hear stories about those two guys, man. But good love to Prince, man, because you saved me though. And you think about those two guys, and you start to hear like interviews when they were talking and what they were talking about. When you would hear them talk, you know, about their ideals and their political views and where they wanted to push things, like that was powerful. You know what I'm saying? And people may not have shown most of that stuff about him, but you know, for Prince, it shows that. Like it shows how a place like Minnesota is prime for I mean, to be the new Garden of Eden almost. You know what I'm saying? Like as a place where there's a lot of land, um, um, 4 seasons, right? I don't think you understand that, right? To have a place like this that has 4 seasons, like we do, even though it's motherfucking Arctic, motherfucker. It's an Arctic tundra, frozen tundra in this motherfucker right now. You know what I'm saying? When we come out of it, springtime is great, summertime is great. Why wouldn't you want to, you know what I'm saying, take over and inflict your rule in a place like this? You know what I'm saying? With some people that, you know, just want to live and vibe. You know what I mean? Like just want to get along. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want to inflict a rule like that? You guys have to be knowledgeable of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the government, because they tricky like that, man. You know what I mean? Like I told you, it's one page. I know some of the shit I say is crazy. Look what's going on now. So some of the shit I say don't sound that crazy, do it? Oh my God, man. I'm blessed with this, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed with this ability to talk to you, man. Everybody. I can talk to everybody. I can talk to different races. I can get along with anybody. That's my job. That's what I was sent here to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to help blend us and you know, make us understand each other a little bit better. That's what my shows is about. And that's what Thailand TV is here for. Always free. Some of this stuff when I pop off, especially like when I start being with my guys, you know what I'm saying? You start dropping down for some of this knowledge. Some of it, like I told the kids one day, I said I'll give it to y'all for free, but you know what I'm saying? All the stuff's got to pay. But I'll give it to the young kids for free, man, because I love them. They can have this language, man. They can have this knowledge. But we're gonna crack it off a little bit early tonight, man. Cause I'm gonna get off, man. I'm gonna enjoy watching some scout videos of our next game, and then laying on the couch, and then not getting up tomorrow because it's a school day. Because now I work for the school, so when the kids is off, I'm off. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want you to understand is if you love and understand relationships, man, just plug in on my Thursday shows, man, because I'm gonna give you something that's gonna help. There might be some good suggestions for something you're going through. You know what I mean? Just something to try. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is try it. If it don't work, go back to doing whatever you was doing. If that was what wasn't working, you know what I'm saying? I mean, why not try something? You know what I mean? If something ain't working, right? So, yeah, man. Let me see here. I got my phone. It's pictures of blizzards. There's a blizzard in Russia's Kamachaka. You know what I'm saying? Michigan said to be the coldest day in 120. You know what I'm saying? My bad, man. I'm just trying to look to see something to talk about before the thing. Oh. So look, this is what I want to talk real quick. Before I go into tonight's topic, talking about that love. Before I start talking about that love to you. This is man, it's your boy, Hunter this house, man. Welcome to my show, man. I love y'all. So check it out. It says these things are the 10 toxic. These are 10 toxic traits that people mistake as your personality. So you think it's just your personality, but this is a toxic trait. They say, okay, I'm gonna dive into them. I just want to bring them up. I'm talking about them real quick. Being blunt and brutally honest. Truth without compassion can be cruelty. No, the fuck it can't. Truth without compassion is the truth. And they say the truth hurts. So if there's a saying out there that says the truth hurts, how can you say that something can be cruel? Because being cruel is a perspective thing, right? But the truth is going to hurt. So if you take it hurtfully, it doesn't matter how it is, you're going to name it cruel anyway because you're being hurt. That's, you know what I mean? So I don't like that one. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's true. I think that being brutally honest is very important. I think that being direct about what you see, and that's the thing about it. I think maybe this might be going into the way, maybe what that new thing now they have it, the way it's said, right? I think that's where this starts to play in advance by where the way it's said. But I think that if you're being brutally honest, you're going to say you're not saying things personally to hurt somebody. You're saying directly what you want to get across to them so they know exactly what you mean. So like if I don't like something, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I don't like. And it may hurt your feelings, but I need to tell you so you know exactly what I'm saying. And I think that's the only difference, right? Always needing to prove your point. I think one of the best things about me personally, I tell you something, like I say, this is how I specifically put it down. I say every time on my show, what I say, if you listen to it, blessings. I don't push it on to you. But I do ask that you push it on to somebody else if it ain't meant for you. Okay? Pass it on to somebody else. Yes. So in that retrospect, to use that as an example, be like that. You know, you don't have to be like, hey, you have to listen, you have to listen, you have to listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is what you have to do. You got to do it this way. No, you got to do it this way. Right? You be more so, hey, look, here's a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like doing it, you know what I'm saying? Blessings. If you don't, boom, boom, boom. I'll give you an example about that. Obsessing over self-image. Look at me now. I'm still doing my shows every day, whether how I look, what I'm like. It's about giving you the information more than it is about how my imagery is. I've thought about that before. I thought about, I should go downstairs where my studio is at, where my recording studio is at, with the backdrop, and do it down there. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, man, I'm just gonna vibe right now because more so about getting out information to you guys and telling you things, and hopefully, giving you something that can make you better in life. And I think that obsessing over self-image limits you from actually wanting to give out information. You're too busy concerned about how you're looking, how somebody's accepting you. Acting sarcastic all the time, yeah, I think that's a toxic trait. I think that is a toxic trait. I don't think that people can say that's their personality. I think that is a toxic trait. Because if you're just like everything out your mouth is, you know what I'm saying? Like you say you want things to be, cool, and you say you're not in a somebody you're with or whatever says they're not in a playful mood, and then all of a sudden when you're like when you grab the remote control and drop it, like damn, you got slipping fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get the joke, but you just said we can go in now. You talk about those fingernails if you want to. But that's the thing, right? So I think you got to understand that I think that's definitely a toxic trait. So people that are sarcastic, sarcasm, stop that shit. Having zero tolerance for mistakes. I think that's a toxic trait because I think that you got to understand people learn from mistakes. So in order for you to learn in this world, you have to learn from mistakes and seeing what not to do. It's very important to know what not to do. I was thinking about this the other day. I think there's more blueprints about not succeeding than there is blueprints for succeeding. So when you think about it in that sense, so a lot of the information you're getting from people ain't shit. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? But you got to brush it off and move. And sometimes, hey, try it. Sometimes, hey, okay, well, let me try your suggestion. Boom. And then when you see it don't work, definitely don't listen to it. Don't buy any more of that shit. Because it ain't going to work no matter what, right? And So you got to be very cognitive of the importance of a mistake and learning from it. I think that that's definitely a toxic trait if you just like a tweaker over a mistake being made. Acting superior around others. Um, that one's a difficult one for me in particular because I'm usually not like that. I'm usually like a person who just blends in with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm friends with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the things that makes me feel like it's a toxic trait is because people make me feel like it's a toxic trait because they're so mad that they don't blend in with everybody like I do. Because I just have that ability because I understand everybody's language, like facts. I understand your language, I understand your light, and I'm a mirror whatever you give me. So whatever you give me, you're gonna get it back tenfold. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that I feel is the toxic part about me is because once somebody tests me, I gotta show them who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta make them realize. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know me, if you don't know my mom, or if you don't know my brother, you probably ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? And like for real, if you think about it, like anybody listening to this show, if you think about what I just said, like that's for real. Like you probably know me, you probably know my mom, or you probably know my brother. Like facts. You know what I'm saying? And now, nigga, see, this is what's fucked up about it because now because I was Alan Anderson's dad or Alan Anderson's brother, and then it became I was Alan Anderson's or no, I was Alan Anderson's older brother. So well, wait. So no, Alan was Tylen's younger brother for a long time until he went to the thing. Then I became Alan's brother, and now I'm about to become TJ's dad. And then now TJ's gonna be in like 3 years. TJ be TJ, and then I'll be just TJ's dad. So it's like that transition from being, you know what I'm saying, Alan's older brother to him being his own thing, and then now my son about to be his own thing. It's crazy, but those are the type of things that make you act superior because you want to let people know that. But I try to digress and I try to just be, you know what I'm saying, to blend in and do the things I'm supposed to be doing, right? So I understand that one. That's definitely a toxic trait about it. So um being too busy to listen to others, I think that's a ooh, man. These are some things I probably say if I was talking about my sports show too. Um, just being too busy to listen to others, like just moving on your time and not even checking in. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be able to, especially in relationships, man. You gotta check in. I've told y'all before this. You gotta have these moments where you and your partner like sit down and just be like check things. You know what I'm saying? Or she check things or you check things. But somebody says, "Hey, look, everything good." You know what I'm saying? Let's have a sit down and let's talk. Um, always playing the victim. We know that. We know that. That's a bad one. That's definitely toxic trait. That is not people's personality. Um, taking pride in never asking for help. I think that's a big one too. I think that's a toxic trait. I don't think that's your part of your character because you should be able and willing to ask for help no matter who it is. And then number 10, turning everything into a joke. Now, okay. So on this one, I'll close out on this before we talk. On this one, I'm a fault at this one. I'm a fault at this one because I'm a big like, but it's because it's my defense mechanism. See, right? So that's what I'm saying. So now here's one number 10 that really resonates with me because I gotta be like, okay, whether or not I gotta accept whether or not it's a toxic trait or really that's my personality. Because I've been always saying it's my personality. I've even said it on this show, just to kind of give you guys a heads up because sometimes when I'm talking about something kind of serious, I'm like I giggle and I tell y'all um, um, that's my defense mechanism, right? So is it a toxic trait or is it really like my personality, my defense mechanism, right? And I think that I'm a ride with the defense mechanism for real. Because sometimes I'll be like, and then you see me like I'm a Gemini, so you see me switch it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Back to what you know what I mean, like being serious. But at the moment, I could be like laughing about something that went off and went on. But in a way, hold back what and how I really want to say it or how I really feel about it in my expression. Um, but I've definitely been referred to with it being a toxic trait. I have definitely, man, I mean, my girl's daughters, man, one time told me we was all into an argument, man. They was like, look at him, he fucking laughing right now. I was like, yo, that's just my defense mechanism. I'm telling you, it's like, look, you don't even care. Boy, I'm trying to give them the heads up though. Like that's just how. Hey, you know what I mean? Because it can go south real quick. That's why I laugh. Because for real, it can go south. It can go south real quick. So, yeah, that's the 10 toxic traits and stuff. But man, I think kind of like two that I might have, right? I think that's what it was. So yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, man. I'm gonna try to be quick with the things that I'm talking about tonight. But we're gonna talk about, man, 50-year long relationship at least. But there's sometimes where you have to make a number. I mean, um, me and my girl did that when we met, man, and we felt that was a realistic number. You know what I'm saying? For us, um, 50, 50 years, 50 years. That's a long time. That's a long time, man. To be with somebody that you love, you know, it's beautiful. I know people. I know people that have been married, you know, that have said the vows and have been together that long. Yeah, I know people that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, I'm 48 now, so yeah, you know what I'm saying. I know people that have had lifelong relationships. I know people that have been in relationships with people for that long, and they didn't. I mean, they never got the paper or got officially by the courts by the judge, but they did it most likely. Well, shit, they do it every day before God. I'm saying, but they've been lifelong partners, and I've seen them rack up 50. I've seen those too. Yeah, yeah, I know people, and that's why becoming, that's why I'm able to come with this conversation tonight because I've seen this and I've known this and I've loved this and I've reached this language, um, the ability to know and to help uh, my relationship get to that 50. I know what to do now. It's a lot easier, um, especially with the person that you're with. When the person that you're with is showing you a different type of person that you've ever met before, and a willingness to work things out, also at the same level that you are. It's amazing. It's amazing. It makes the years go by a lot easier. You look up and you're like, damn, already? Whoa, shit. Damn, okay. Um, I think one of the most important things to read about someone. I think one of the most important things that you can read about someone, and this is over everything. I don't care what anybody says to you guys about the first thing you're supposed to check or ask or whatever. I think this is the most important thing is how they handle situations. I think that's the most important thing. I think because that'll make or break your relationship. It will. If you got a person that has attitudes with waiters, right? Just simple attitudes. I told you I want. One day you're gonna get that. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a heads up. So all you gotta do is just watch them. You go somewhere with their family. Watch how they handle the situations. You know, and that'll be a big tell of what they're gonna do to you. So, you know what I'm saying? So and that's to be real. I mean, guys with ladies, right? Lady popping off all the time. One day it's gonna happen to you. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's always calling it quits. Somebody's always leaving and giving up something. Guess what they're going to do to the relationship? Right? I'm just saying. I'm being for real. I'm being for real. And that stands the test of time. If you understand, if you listen to really, 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 really listen to what I'm saying, that stands the test of time. Think about any relationship you ever been with. Think about the first few times you ever met that person. Think about the stupid things that they were doing, and then think about your relationship and how it ended. Was the stupid thing that you saw that was funny that you laughed at one of the things that motherfucker made you break up with them? It's real stuff, because people call it quits, man. That's real. People are quitters. People are quitters, man. You, how do you how do you tell people when if you want to be single? Because if you want to start talking about relationship stuff, that's what people are trying to do is 50. And people don't want to be with call it quits people. Hold on. I gotta get better at this. Hold on. Got something for you. Going for 50. People want to be with people that want to be in, when they start talking about relationship stuff, people want to be with people that want to be in relationships too. And those are not quitters. They're not quitters. Because the main thing about old school love, you know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why old school love is a lot different is because people understood that there was going to be hard times. What those hard times were, they did not know. They weren't sure, but they knew there were going to be hard times. I think a lot of the new modern relationship people think that there's not going to be hard times, and there shouldn't be hard times. Everything should be guns and roses, or roses and petals and pink flowers and all that shit. Sunshine every day, right? They don't understand there'd be some blizzards in this motherfucker. We got motherfucker hibernate, you know what I mean? And that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand about the old school loves, that they understood that there was going to be winters, there was going to be blizzards. They understood there was going to be hail, snow, sleet, rain. And they understood that. They understood that the sun was going to go down, it's going to be dark. You know what I'm saying? They understood that. The old school, that's what it was. That's the difference. People talk about why they stayed in the old school. And they were dumb because they were dumb. No, if you really, let me tell you something. Back in the old day, that's the problem. They weren't dumb. Modern shit, we dumb. This one, how the you got technology. This is what cracks me up. This is why I like to pop off the way I pop off. I pop off different than anybody else, right? Modern technology. Susie knew, or Renika knew what her husband did and who she did it with before you people that have technology knew. She knew. So how is she dumb if she knew and didn't have technology? You got people that got technology don't even know. They find it out from 30 people on the thing. She knew. She smelled Tiffany's perfume when he came in. They knew each other from the blocks. But she stayed because she loved that man. And she didn't even pop off to Tiffany. She just went over there, probably checked her one time. That's it. The men were the ones that was going crazy. Men was the ones over there doing drive-bys because ladies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they over there. Scarface over there. Scarface over there. Hey, man. Scarface got his own. Scarface, man, got his boy, man. Scarface took a boy out. He boy with his bigger girl. Boy was his sister. Sister who deserves her whole life. Hey, but they stayed, man, because they loved, man. I'm sorry, Scarface is a bad example, but anyways, just to point out whatever, love. It's crazy, right? But that was different than now. Now people ain't doing that. Now people ain't loving that hard. They ain't loving that hard. People are looking for reasons to be out of relationships. And that's what I'm talking about. That's not a relationship person. A relationship person doesn't look for a reason to be out of the relationship. That's the difference of why they stayed before. They understood there was going to be reasons to leave the fucking relationship. They're looking for reasons to stay in the relationship. And with the person you're loving, most likely it's always easy to find something that you give you a reason to stay. If you really love the person, if you really paid attention to them. You know what I mean? And this is the shit I'm speaking like for real. Like, cause I know some people. I told y'all, I got some people. I got people that have been married. I got a good. I'm 48 now. I got people that have been married. You know what I'm saying? 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? That are close to me, right? And then I also know people that I've grown up with, godparents that have been together for, you know what I'm saying? My uncle, man, if my auntie, bless her soul, if she didn't pass, you know what I'm saying? They'd be on about 47, 40 something. I'm 40, what am I, 48? About 30, 31, 32, something up there, 30s, 35. And it's real. You know, I mean, love is real, man. Like wanting to be with somebody for a whole bunch of years, man. is real out there. And one of the biggest things I've noticed is like when it came to my uncle, my auntie, man, like they were friends, man. Like my uncle HB and his wife, man. I went and visited them 2 years ago, and man, they were just friends, man. Like they walking around planning, you know what I'm saying, events, shows and shit for their product and stuff, about to get moving up, the packing, they talk, you know what I mean? Like they just moving in unison. Okay, so and so here, all right, yeah, he coming through, you know what I'm saying? Our son coming through, be here about that time. Yeah, baby, yeah, I got that. How you gonna do that? But they moving in unison. You know what I'm saying? Almost similar to what I was talking about on the sports show about the teams, right? It's a team, you know what I mean? And that friendship thing, though, man, it makes it. You could just tell. You can just tell they like hanging out with each other, even though he probably because any friend, any friend you. But that's the difference, right? I brought this up before. Friendship, right? In a relationship, getting to 50, you gotta be friends, and this is why you have to be friends. Think about your friends. My boys can call me right now. My phone can go off in this middle of this show right now, and it's one of my boys, right now. I may answer it depending on, you know what I'm saying, like who it is. Because some people, when they call it an emergency, you know what I'm saying? Some when they call it, like, he's not going to admit it, right? You know who it is. But if it's one of them, you know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't I treat my lady like that? That's supposed to be my lady. And my lady's supposed to be with everybody. Why wouldn't I treat her like that? You know what I'm saying? Like every move, let's roll. Same thing with ladies with the guy, with your man. Why would you make that move like that, right? Because you do that for your friend, you do that for your homegirl. You stuck in for your homegirl. Your homegirl's a slut. She tripping on people. You saw her popping pills. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just naming some things that girls have seen of their homegirls, just like boys have seen of their homeboys. You've seen the shit. You didn't break up with them. You didn't delete them. You didn't tell them that I'll never ever see you again. You probably even tried to inspire them. You probably helped them out. You probably said, hey, you know what? You got to get your life together. You probably said, I'll do what I can to help you. So why the fuck don't you do that for your girl? Why don't you do that for your boy? That's why being a friend is very important when it comes to these relationships. You got to like the person that you with. Because if you don't like them, like I got friends, right? If I had a homie that I didn't like, that's how, if I don't like her, that's what the fuck I'm gonna treat her like the motherfucker I don't like. I'm gonna treat you just like that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? That's you trying to get to that 50, man. You got to be friendships because my boys, I'm 48 right now. I have some homeboy. I think about it, real facts, right? Real facts. I got some guys that I've known since I was like 12, 13 years old. That's 35 years. That's 35 years. And to this day, if they call me, I answer. That's facts. So why wouldn't I want that from the person that I'm going to be, I want to be with for the rest of my life, my love, my life? Why wouldn't I want that same thing? I spoke about this last love episode last week. I think it was last week. Last Thursday, I talked about being worth it, right? You got to make sure that relationship is worth it. That friendship. It's hard to do nowadays. The reason why, see, I spoke about this before, man. But the reason why, I'm gonna give you point blank. The main reason why is because we raise our kids to care about themselves. Back in the day, straight up facts, thinking about it, all my people that are my age, think about what I'm saying. It's real. Our parents kicked our ass if we didn't show we cared about other people. Our parents embarrassed us in front of other people when we did things wrong to show us that we're not going to do that again. Our parents thanked us, but our parents rewarded us for the things that we did good. They didn't give us participation trophies. They didn't give us participation trophies. They didn't. We had to earn everything we wanted. Nowadays, these kids have everything. They don't learn how to care about other people. How can you make me spend 18 years of my life demanding mine, saying mine every single day? How can you do that to me? As parents, this is why I come at parents too. Y'all know I got my sports show. I come at parents, and it's y'all fault for helping these kids not get 50 years in a relationship with somebody because you spoiled the shit out of them for 18 years, which means in order to rewire them Someone has to be strong enough to deal with 18 years of rewiring the 18 years that you've spent teaching them to give a fuck about themselves. I spit game, bro. And that's why I have a show like this so I can do this. Because people are not going to be able to accept the stuff that I say. This is facts. These parents are soft. They're not willing to stop. That's why the kids are soft. Because the parents are soft. The coaching is soft. No, this love show today. But it's soft. And the kids are becoming soft. Boys and girls. Back in the day, boys were taught how to be young boys and then how to be mature enough to grow into a man. Girls were taught to be smart and selective, be patient, and to wait. And they were able to teach a nation. Nowadays, these girls don't even know. Oh, snap. So look, check this out real quick. Oh, man, I got to give a shout out to this young lady, man. This young lady, man, at school today, man. She was a 7th grader, man. This was dope, man. She asked me, she said, Mr. Ward, can I come up front and give her a lecture on quantum physics? I said, what? I said, what? What'd you say? The 7th grader, bro. This is a 7th grader, man. What are we teaching our kids, man? Like, that was amazing. This 7th grader asked me, can she talk in front? Are you not listening? See, y'all don't listen to the jewels that I say, bro. This 7th grader said, can I get up and talk in front of the class? She wanted to present and speak and public speak confidently about it, about quantum physics. Do you not see that everything that added up into that? You have to do more things good than you do bad. That's everything. Everything I teach in sports. I see that in sports specifically, but everything I teach is about in life too. That was amazing. Once children show me stuff like that, I can't go back. That's why I go hard on kids, because I just saw one of them tell me that she wanted to get up in front of the class of other people, students, her peers too, not just people, a grown person, but peers, and lecture. She said the words lecture about quantum physics. I've seen it now. I'm sorry, kids. That's why I go hard on kids, because one of them just showed me this. I'm sorry, young people, if I go hard on y'all. One of y'all just showed me. Y'all showed me. You talk to that one. That person just showed me some super intelligence. Some like otherworldly, I've been here before type intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I'm a prophet, so I see that. I see a person that's been here before. Because how you gonna tell me it's how this don't prove to y'all that people's souls jump? I don't mean to sidetrack, but how did that prove to y'all? How a 7th grader gonna tell me, hey, I want to get up and lecture about quantum physics? You have got to have been here before, first of all, because I don't even know about quantum physics. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. But not like that. Not just get up and be like, I'm gonna lecture you. I'm gonna lecture you about no quantum physics. Man, oh God, man. Hey, man, you can't see this stuff, man. You can't write this stuff down, man. This stuff is a movie, bro. Everything we do is a movie, man. But back on track, spin off of that whole little spiel, but shout out to the young lady. Learning, right? Learning someone, being in a relationship with someone for 50 years, you have to understand that you're going to learn someone. And the reason why I say that and people don't understand it, probably, like I told you, most of the stuff I'm saying, single people ain't give a fuck. They don't know. It's fucking Bound Ching Ching Pono, right? It's Japanese to their ass, right? But if you learn someone, you have to understand it's going to take you a long time to learn them. And the length it's going to take you to learn them is the death of one of you. That's the only time you guys stop learning each other, is when one of you passes. Otherwise, every day you're learning them. And the reason why is because every day we learn something new. So if I learn something new every day, I've added something else to me. Now you have to learn that. So every day you learn me. Every day you have to learn me. And it's the relationships that go 50 years are the people that don't want to stop learning the person that they're with. You see a lot of divorces use those words. I didn't know this. Yeah, you didn't. Thank you. Let people talk a lot of times. A lot of people will talk and tell you everything they need to know. Everything. They will. They'll tell you that. And if a woman says things like, I just didn't love him anymore. I didn't know who he was. Then you didn't learn them then. And you're not supposed to stop learning them because they learn something else new every day. So your job is to lock in there and keep learning that person until one of you passes. And then you've learned that person completely because they're not growing anymore. I want you to feel like an investment. I know that I'll tell you what it is. It's an investment, right? And this is one of those things I talk about the government. That's how they are. They're so smooth to know that your investment is something for them to capitalize off of. So what they've done is said, hey man, we can make a lot of money off of them having a marriage when we don't need them to have a marriage at all. Like I told you, I have people that I've known that have lifelong relationships, have been with people for 40, 50, 60, 70 years, 60, no, 50, I think about 50 years, 60 years, and never were married, you know. And that should is an investment, and the government just want to get their piece of that investment, saying, capitalize off it and make it such a monetarily eventful day. Because that's what they do. But overall, it is an investment. You invest in something into somebody else, mainly your time. And you got to be willing to do that. Any type of investment you have, you're not going to quit on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get you want your ROI, but I think the ROI is when they pass. That's when the ROI happens. You know what I mean? You're everything else. I mean, if you think about it, right? I mean, think about this, right? People always say, I can do bad by myself. Like, okay, well, really, what would you be doing by yourself? This is how I look at it. Like, okay. If you can do bad all by yourself, right? What would you be doing? What would you be doing by yourself? Like, where would you be at by yourself? If you was by yourself, what would be cracking off? How would it be? Right? Now, add in the person. So if the person added to it, then you kind of wouldn't be better off by yourself. You know what I mean? Because they're adding in something, no matter what it is. But it's an investment, and to each person with time, money, ideals, ventures, and all types of things, man. And if you invest in something, you're not going to quit on it. You're going to see it through. And if you have somebody in there that's with you and wants to get cracking off to 52 and they want to invest in it, the power to y'all, man. I think the love is beautiful, man. So me, this topic is right up my alley, man. Talking about that 50 love, because me and the young lady made a pledge and an investment to each other. So, and when kids get involved, oh God. You have to have been like, yo, we want 50 for this. Because if the kids get involved, it is a duty of both mother and father to stay in that motherfucker for at least 18. At least 18. If you have a child together, you have to try straight 18. You can't like stop. If you stop, then shit. It's a done deal. But you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's important to bring up children in a two-parent household. I think it's very. And I'm me. I have split children, blended families with other people, and my girl has children. So we currently have a blended family with each other. So I mean, I understand it is real, but that's still an investment too, because you're part of each other. You know what I mean? And you're part of each other's lives, and you're part of those people's lives, those young people's lives, and it's just the reality of the things and the situations that you go through to be in love. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got to be willing to understand if it's worth it and if you can deal with those things. But having two parents in the household, having a mother and a father, I always tell my girl this. Like I even told this, because she got girls, she got daughters, and I'll always say, it's good for them to see our love. It's good for them to see us. I think one of the biggest things, I think the biggest delusion, misconception is that people say kids should never see you argue. I think that's a fucking lie. I think they should see you make up. That's what they need. I don't give a fuck if they see you argue or not, because they go to school argue. They see you arguing every motherfucking day. And why do y'all keep thinking everything is roses and berries and sweets and cream and all that? They see that stuff, but they see people make up. They see people work things out. They see people talk things out. They people see later on in the night, kiss each other and say goodnight. They see them kiss each other in the morning and say good morning, kiss each other goodbye every time they leave. Do they see that? That's the most important thing. They can see the argument. Who cares about that shit? That's life. Everybody knows that. And it's good for them to see that because they understand that's how life is. You argue. But do they see the makeup? Right? I talk a little bit. I say the same thing else people are saying. You know what I'm saying? People argue. Kids shouldn't see that. I see that. I say the same thing. I'm a person that does that. I know how to blend in when I'm talking. I don't like I said the toxic traits. I don't have that one. I'm not trying to force it on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? So people do argue, but it's important for them to see your makeup. You know what I mean? And you gotta understand that each person is important. Each person is important, equally important. Period. Not what they bring, not what they do, but once you decide, and this stuff is like I said, it's good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. If you're single, I'm talking crazy to you, man. I'm talking French, bro. If you're not married, if you don't want to be married, I'm talking Russian to you, bro. I get it. But y'all married people, man, these are suggestions and the people that are like really, really want to be in love. Like this is like for you. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand that each person is important, equally important. Whatever the roles are is between y'all. Y'all have to have that conversation. If you waiting something more than something else, you have to make that known. You got to be able to say, hey, look, if going to work is that important, then it's the most important thing. It holds highly over everything else. Everything else has to be worked on. But it has to be a conversation between you two people. And that's how you get to 50. Like I said, I named out people that I fuck with, my family too, that got years. I got friends that have 30 plus. I got an uncle that has 30 plus. Like these people can tell me about love. Oh, matter of fact, they ain't got to tell me. I can sit around and watch them. They know me. I crack up all the time. I'm like, man, my boy Rob, man, he a newlywed. He a newlywed, but they've been together for years. You see what I'm saying? And when they around and when they with each other, they act different. Y'all dating people weird. You know what I'm saying? I date people weird, man. That's why I be like, I'm around these married people all the time. Y'all dating people weird, man. Y'all live life differently, man. But once you do establish the roles, you know how I am, ladies. I gave y'all 30 days. I did. I'm sorry. I gotta put the guys on, man. I gotta put my kings on, man. I gotta tell my guys the real shit, man. You gotta let the man have the final decision. We don't make many of them. We let you have all of them. But when your man, not when a man. I'm sorry, I spoke a little bit. My bad. Don't feel about. When your man tells you, hey, look, this is how I want it to be. This is the final decision. You gotta roll with it, ladies. Roll with it. I guarantee he'll let you decide everything else in the world. You can have everything else. That one moment he'd be like, hey, look, I ain't feeling that, baby. I ain't feeling them drapes. They look good. He changed that final decision. Take the drapes off, baby. Take the drapes off. You know what I mean? On some real shit, just let him have that. The drapes off. You know what I mean? I'm hooking you up, ladies. I'm giving you one more. Let that man have that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times men make logical decisions, man. I know it ain't about the drapes. I get it. But a lot of times men make very logical decisions, especially sometimes in the business. And I get it, you ladies are smart, but sometimes let them have that. Let them have that one. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing out things. If you listen to it, blessings. If you don't, pass it on to women for you. You know what I mean? And I think I'm gonna close on this. I've said this before. I think one of the biggest things about a relationship is it's about what's best for you. It's about what's best for me. Or is it about what's best for we? And you got to think about your decisions and how they affect you, me, and how it affects we. And most of the time, you want to choose the decision that's going to affect the we. that's gonna make the we happy. I'm just saying, like I said, if you listen to the things I'm saying, man, blessings to you. And if you don't, I apologize. They weren't meant for you. But it's one love, man. Thank y'all for, man, joining me. Anybody out here, man, I'll just be popping off, man. I'll be having my nights. I love my Monday sports shows. I love my Thursday love shows. And I'm just here to talk a little trash, my daily affirmations. I have a new podcast series that's coming. I'll be with Coach T. We'll drop some knowledge on y'all. That'll begin probably shortly here in the next few weeks to come. Get ready for February Love Month. We'll get ready for, we were talking about get ready for March Women's Month. We're about to give y'all another 30 days. About to give you another 30 days of that love, ladies. But that's it. It's your boy. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you felt the need to even reach out to me or type something to me, please do interact with your boy. We're going to get it cracking on Thailand TV. We're going to blow up with it. But right now, I've been just sitting here giving y'all the free information. Thank you for joining my show. And I look forward to seeing y'all on Monday. Holla at your boy. Hey, honey.